Hello there, my name is Morris, and this is my quick review of Star Trek The Next Generation, A Final Unity by Spectrum Holobyte, released in 1995 on PC. Take control of the crew of the USS Enterprise D in this point-and-click adventure game, and be prepared to geek out at this lovingly crafted extended playable episode of The Next Generation. Sorry, I'm just nerding out a little bit. It's not just a point-and-click either. There's also free-form space exploration, diplomatic encounters and ship-to-ship combat, though the latter is a bit janky, but who cares about that, eh? The full cast of TNG lend their vocals to this game, except maybe Wesley Crusher, but he's probably off making home brew. Seriously, he's on a YouTube channel making the stuff, the bleeding lush. The game also features CGI rendered FMV of the bridge and its occupants, which is, well, about as good as you'd expect for 1995. Anyway, you're thrust into the story after a routine patrol of the neutral zone sees the Enterprise intercepting a distress call and revealing a quest for an ancient artifact, which obviously old Jean-Luc can't resist, can he? Bleeding loves his archaeology, don't he? Anyway, there's some stuff about an ancient civilization and a secret ancient mega-weapon that the sodding Romulans are also after. I can only imagine the developers were fans and poured a lot of effort into this game, but then I could be wrong, some of the scenery in the latter game does look a bit rushed, like it's been drawn with crayons. How this hasn't been remastered is beyond me. Surely someone with the know-how can do an official one. If anyone's interested in assembling a team, count me in. I do a mean Borg. Listen. We are the Borg. Resistance is futile. See? Bleeding uncanny, innit? Go on. Hop on then.
How was it the first time? I hope you enjoyed your first blood suck.
Hello there, my name is Morris, and this is my quick review of Mr. Mosquito by Zoom Inc., released in 2001 on PlayStation 2. This game sees you play a blood-sucking insect trying to survive the summer by stealthily siphoning blood from the unsuspecting Yamada family. The plot's as bizarre as it is hilarious, turning the mundane act of mosquito feeding into a strategic, often comical battle of wits. Gameplay involves sneaking up to the family members and finding the perfect spot to land and have your fill of claret. The controls take a bit of getting used to, as flying requires precise manoeuvring. You'll need to avoid swats and itchy retaliation while trying to fill your mosquito-sized quota. The first level sees you preying on the teenage daughter with the aim of sucking the crimson nectar out of her thigh, which to me seems a bit creepy and perverted. Maybe I'll never understand Japanese humour. Anyway, if you get caught siphoning the red stuff, you'll enrage the humans and enter battle mode, where you'll have to hit pressure points to put them back to sleep, because that's normal. Other than that, it's a weird, quirky game that's highly unique.
Hot water making you lightheaded?
Go on. Hop on then. Hello there, my name is Morris, and this is my quick review of Vib-Ribbon by Nana Onshar Co., released in 1999 on PlayStation. We've got a weird one for you here. For those who march to the beat of their own drums, this game can turn your own music collection into a trippy, rhythmic adventure. Groove is in the heart as you guide a wireframe rabbit named Vibri through a series of obstacle courses that are generated by the music. The graphics are minimalist, with obstacles rendered in simple white vector lines. It's charmingly retro even for its time. Gameplay is rhythm-based, challenging you to press the right button in time with the music to navigate through spikes, loops, and other crazy shapes. The controls are simple but demand quick reflexes. Lose too much health and the rabbit will devolve into a frog, which is a bit speciesist if you ask me. I'd say frogs are an improvement on a rabbit, but eventually you'll turn into a worm before game over. The game's original tracks are catchy J-pop numbers, and the ability to play along with your own music adds endless replayability. It's a delightfully offbeat game if you're looking for something totally different. Go on. Hop on then. Hello there, my name is Morris, and this is my quick review of Crusader No Regret by Origin, released in 1996 on PC. You're back in this sequel as the Mandalorian Santa Claus himself, the stoic silencer, a one-man wrecking crew out to take down the evil World Economic Consortium, hell-bent on green initiatives, digital ID cards and lab-grown meat. The plot picks up right where Crusader No Remorse left off, and it's more like an expansion pack than anything. Yeah, there are some minor improvements, additional moves, and a number of really cool weapons, like the one that freezes enemies when you shoot them and they shatter into like 1,000 pieces, like that bit in Terminator 2 when Arnie shoots the T-1000 after he's been frozen with liquid nitrogen. Anyway, the graphics are still beautifully rendered isometric environments, the explosions are still big, and the sound is just as great as the first. The FMV is still cheesier than decade-old milk, and it's pretty much a continuation of the first game. That's not necessarily a bad thing. If you love the first game, you'll love this one too. Enough said. Go on. Hop on then. Hello there, my name is Morris, And this is my quick review of the original Burnout Trilogy by Criterion Games, released between 2001 and 2004 on PlayStation 2, GameCube and Xbox. The first Burnout game is barely recognisable from the staples of the franchise we know from the more recent games, but it's effectively proto-Burnout. We're still racing through traffic, but the only features of the game are that drifts, driving into oncoming traffic and near misses earn boost. That's pretty much it. The game's quite difficult, but definitely delivers some fun. It's smoother, but slightly oversensitive. There are a few game modes like Championship, Head-to-Head and Time Attack, and once you do complete the game you can unlock a survival mode where you drive through increasingly difficult traffic and have to avoid crashing. I had the most fun with that mode. It wasn't until Burnout 2 Takedown the following year that we see a more recognisable elements of the series. It still lacks a certain potency, but we have the introduction of Crash Mode, which sees the player commit vehicular terrorism by driving into a busy junction, with the aim of causing as much physical damage as possible. We also have the usual game modes, and it's definitely a big improvement. Controls are tighter, drifting feels better, and you can earn boosts in a few more ways. The game's also a touch easier than the previous one. Last but certainly not least is 2004's Burnout 3 Takedown, and this time it's published by EA after the acquisition of Acclaim Entertainment. With it comes EA Tracks, real music in your game, and they've selected a bunch of pop-punk powerhouses to keep you tapping away while you drive. There's also an annoying tutorial that you can't skip when you first play, featuring vocals from some gnarly bro in an attempt to be down with the kids from 2004 that is. No skibbity toilets here. The game is Burnout perfected really. They've included takedowns where you're battling your opponents through traffic, and it makes racing exciting. There's a great sense of speed, the graphics have improved, and you're whipping in and out of slow-mo so you don't miss any of the action. Crash mode is also improved massively with the introduction of Aftertouch, so you can control your wreck after you crash it to get a few extra points. This third game will take you back, but it's the first and second that let you trace a path to how it became so popular. This allowed the formula to be perfected, so get it played. Go on. Hop on then.